All right, guys. So we have, this isn't going to be a terribly long webinar. I get a lot of people asking about follow-up and how to do this and how to do that. And really, I think a lot of it's just overthought. People overcomplicate it a little bit more, and myself included. When I first entered the business, for those of you that don't know, I am in real estate as well. I own a real estate brokerage. Jennifer Walters manages part of that, part of the social agent, part of my life. She tucks me in at night, all that stuff. Without her, I couldn't run any of this stuff. So, but anyway, back to my point. We are getting a lot of these same questions, and it's the same question I've gotten over the years. Do you have scripts? Do you have, all this different stuff or whatever, right? That they want to go through. People, for some reason, have this incessant need to have this big, long script available to them. And you don't want to do that with these leads, whether it's a buyer or seller lead. But I want to start by the different types of ads that I do. Okay. For those of you that don't know, some of you are already my trainees. I have buyer and sellers ads. And for the last 6 years, it's been primarily buyers. And you're probably going to ask yourself why. And why is because I think your home worth ads are horse shit and they don't work very well. Yes, they bring in leads. The leads are typically 95, 98% tire kickers, and you have to work your ass off through 500 leads to get one deal. And if you value your time, and your time is money, and you add up those, you choose your worth, right? And you figure out what you're worth per hour, and you add that up, going after 500 leads to get one seller is probably equivalent to $20 an hour. And, with the economy we're in right now, $20 an hour ain't getting you very far, right? So, we want to maximize the close rate. So that's why we haven't done sellers ads, because I won't put ads out into the market that don't work for at least 90% of the places that I test. Obviously, ads are never going to work in 100% of every market because every market's different. For example, New York is one of the most difficult markets I've ever been in. Their real estate processes are completely different, but the rest of the market loves the ads that I do. However, I've done a lot of testing and things with the last 18 months or so that I've been out of the office with, all the stuff I've been going through, and I'd had to do something. So I, worked on that, and I finally dialed in. And Lewis actually was commenting on here is from, unless I'm wrong here, you're having some pretty good success with your ads, right? I'm going to share my screen with you guys here, so I can show you some stuff. And please, guys, I do want you to ask a lot of questions. Ask as many as you want, actually. But let's go through the social agent here real quick. Some of you see these things. I know a lot of you don't see all of the ads, and that's okay. Let's see I'm just going to take you through the few people that talked about seller leads here. So Stefan, he's received 8 leads, 2 buyers with the lender already. Obviously, that's not what you're looking for. I mean, some of you are looking for. I mean, some of you are. CJ is running sellers only. He got 6 of them, and I think he was running for about 2 weeks because he made that on the 14th. He's already gotten some of them engaged. Looks like he got a few buyers too. Bryant just started running, already started getting a bunch of leads. I think it was Michael Bruck. I can't remember. I'm trying to find it here. He got quite a few leads. He's already talking to a bunch of them. I think he already signed a few of them as well. So those are the kind of things that you can expect from the seller's ads now. Are they more expensive than buyers' leads? Absolutely they are. There's a lot less sellers in the market as there are buyers. You're right. You're always going to have tons of buyers and sellers. I mean, tons more buyers than sellers. So naturally the cost per lead is going to go up. But to give you an example, right now, I've turned my seller's ad off because I've had a lot of stuff going on with the kids. So I didn't want to have stuff fall on me, but let's look at last 30 days. I got to move all these boxes out of my way here. So last 30 days, let me find that ad. I turned it off somewhere in here. Here it is. Now I'll change it to lifetime. So of the lifetime of the ad, I've done 247 leads. I've spent $22, or all my cost per lead came way down. I spent about $5,000, $55.65 on the ads, 22 per lead. And that's in the Austin market, guys. That's the busiest market in the country right now. And if you guys are looking at the chat box, Lewis Breckenridge says he's got 39 buyer leads and 9 seller leads since the start of the ad, 3 referrals out so far. I'm curious, Lewis, have you spoken to any of the seller leads yet? I mean, typically they're a little bit more difficult to get a hold of because they're not, sellers don't just hit your ads and then go, yeah, list my home for me, right? It takes time to develop those leads and those relationships, but I'm curious if you've gotten any responses back from them yet, because CJ got some pretty quick. Granted, he is in Atlanta, and Lewis, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe you're in Mississippi. Is that right? Yeah, see, they've been harder to contact, but if you stay on them, they'll come around. See, and Lewis is in Mississippi. I don't know if CJ's on this call. He messaged me and asked me if it was going to be recorded, so I don't think he's going to be on, but you guys can feel free to reach out to him. He's a great partner of mine. Well, really not partner. He's a client of mine, and I help him out on the back end on some wholesale stuff and other little things. And so he'll be happy to talk to you about those things. That stuff aside, when it comes to these leads, and I know you guys hear this all the time, but it stands true, is follow-up is the key. If you're calling once or twice, then you give up on them, you're leaving that lead for some other agent to list their house. And that's just what it's going to happen, because most people end up buying or selling through the agent that they last heard from, whether it be an email, a text message, a phone call. Typically the latter two are the best. They're going to use that person if they don't have somebody personally. If they have somebody personally, well, then you're not going to get that deal anyway, because you're not that guy or girl, right? When it comes to following up, I do one thing, but I do them for all leads, whether they're buyers or sellers. You have to remember when you're running these ads, and let's go over to Lewis. Is it okay if I go to your account to show them what you're doing here? I don't want to click on it until you say, okay, yeah, he said, okay. All right, so let's load this up real quick. So he's running list of homes in the seller's ads. You got 41 leads now and 9 seller leads, right? You got to follow up on these. But for example, when he gets a list of homes lead, you don't need to call and go, hey, Lewis, this is William. I'm calling, from XYZ Realty and blah, 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 blah. As soon as you do that shit, they think you're a telemarketer and they hang up on you, right? You have to remember, these are warm leads. All of these are warm leads. These are not captured leads, forced leads from your website. There are people that requested information from you, right? Some of them are going to click and say, oh, I forgot, I clicked on it on accident, or whatever the bullshit they say is. That happens. But when you call these leads, you want to go, hey, Lewis, this is William Heckman. I received your inquiry about the list of homes the list of homes that you requested. How can I help you? Boom, done. That's it. Very simple. They're going to respond. You put the ball back in their courts, and now you've made them feel like, oh, well, I reached out to them, right? Because even when you call, even if they hit your ad 10 minutes ago, when you call, if you do that whole spiel off of a script, they're going to think you're a telemarketer. They're not going to know what you're really calling about, and they're going to hang up on you. Right? Same thing with the seller's ad. Hey, Lewis, I received your inquiry about selling your home. How can I help you? Or I received your inquiry about selling your home from my Facebook ad you submitted your information to, whatever. You want to let them know, look, you reached out to me. What can I do for you? Right? Put the ball back in their court and wait for them to talk. And then the rest of it's just open conversation. Just like you would talk to anybody else at a networking event or a seller or somebody that you met in a neighborhood at a different listing you were at that asked you about your services, just like you would talk to them. You don't read a script when you talk to the next door neighbor, right? You talk to them, they ask questions, you answer the questions. Pretty simple. That's really what you want to do. Now, for those of you who are new to calling, leads, you definitely want maybe to have some sort of scripting that can help you in certain situations, but you always want to open up the call the same way. Maybe have a list of questions like Q&A questions and answers. That way, if somebody asks you a question you're not familiar with, but it's a frequently asked question, you might have an answer ready. You could do stuff like that, but that's all one-off stuff. That's not really stuff I can help you with because I don't know what those questions are going to be because everybody's market's different, right? Like I work in Austin, but if somebody asks me about, flood insurance in a coastal area, I could probably help them out because I have agents in Galveston, I have property in Galveston, and I grew up in Galveston, so I understand the market there. But if you come ask me about a co-op in New York, I'm not going to be able to help you out with that. I can't. It's just something I don't know about, right? Guys, I'm gonna open this up for questions for a few minutes. I'm gonna just kind of answer questions. Somebody sent one in, but feel free to either post a question in the chat box or on the Q&A board. Deborah Hubka said, can you pull up one of your ads to show us what the public sees? Deborah, I can't do that because my ads are proprietary to you as my trainee and other trainees, and all the ads are custom and different for most people. And I don't put them on video because then I have a lot of people trying to copy my stuff, and all of my stuff is proprietary. So that only show them to people that are trainees. If this were a trainee only call, I would, but it's not. It's open to the public. Do you leave a voicemail if they don't? Yes, I leave a voicemail every time, and I text them. And to give you guys an idea of how I follow up, when we were going after seller leads heavily, we would, I recommend calling and texting 3 times in a row or 3 times throughout the day on the first day, and then once each text and call every day after that, until they either tell you to piss off or they talk to you. And you know what? Don't get upset when people tell you to piss off. That's actually a favor to you. They're letting you know, don't waste your time calling me anymore. I'm never going to talk to you. Put them on the do not call list and move on. Now you don't have to waste your time or your texting credits texting or calling these people anymore. Jonathan, I hope I say your name right here, man. Morsi Golf. Please tell me I said that right. What's the best plan for the leads that don't pick up the phone? I just said it. Don't stop calling, man. Like literally call and text every day if you can. And if you can't do that, hire somebody who can. And if you can't do that because you don't have the money, do the best you can, close some deals, and then reinvest some money into it until you can hire somebody who can. And I'm actually going to introduce one of our vendor partners today. And you guys know I don't normally do that. I don't normally recommend people because other companies have let me down in the past. And when they let me down, they let you down. That means I let you down. And, I don't like that stuff. But a lot of my clients were already working with these people, with this company before I started recommending them. So I was comfortable going ahead and letting them on this webinar today to talk at the end. Awesome. Well, it sounds like I said your name right, so that's great. Anybody else have any questions about, just specific opening up calls and how to follow up? I'm going to quietly and awesomely hit my vape while I wait for another question. No questions. So I guess I'm doing a great job. That must mean I'm doing a really good job on this webinar. Would you guys like to see results from any other clients? Specifically, maybe people who are not trainees of mine or do not have the seller's ad yet. I know there are a few clients that have already given me permission to show their ads managers on here. So I'll pull those up for you if you like. And I may do it even if you don't tell me to, just so I can show you. All right, Dean Davis, same follow-up for buyer and sellers. Yeah, Dean, it's the same thing. Right, you see these ads here: home buyer, benefits, new construction, first-time home buyer. Doesn't matter what the ad is, it's the same thing. Hey Dean, this is William. I'm William Hegman. I'm calling because you inquired about the list of open houses that I'm offering. How can I help you? Hey Dean, I'm calling because you inquired about the list of new construction homes list that I have. How can I help you? What are you looking for? And then what's your price range? All the normal stuff you're going to ask someone. Todd Kaufman, $20 a day daily budget for same budget. Just remember, you're going to spend more per lead on the sellers than the buyers. So if you have the money to do it, I would increase the budget on the sellers ad if you can. Deborah Riggs, what are the differences between the ads we get when we being SAU lifetime members versus the ads? All right, so for those of you that don't know, I started the social agent as a training one-on-one. It was always that. SAU came about 3 years into, I think, came in 2020. So actually, I was 4 years. So 4 years into my training, we developed SAU because I was getting overrun, really busy. We needed to provide a way for people to be able to sign up. We gave them a little bit of a discount to sign up through that versus the one-on-one. But the ads as they stand now, you get 3 ads with SAU. You can pick from a list of ads set up for you, but you don't get a one-on-one. With me, you get a one-on-one. You get all 8 of my top ads. My material is a bit different from SAU. It's different graphic types, a little bit different verbiage, a little bit different setup on the CRM piece. I do lifetime warranty, lifetime warranty. That's not like one of those, call me about your extended warranty guys now. You get lifetime support, you get lifetime fixes. The only thing I don't cover is if you need a full refresh or a rebuild. That takes hours, and that I have to charge you for, right? Just like with a buyer or a seller, right? You're not going to charge them for coming over there and helping them, with some information on how to get their home ready for sale. But if they want you to sell their second home, you're damn sure going to charge them a commission, right? That's just how it works. That's business. Let's see. Deborah, I hope that answered your question. I could have gone on a long time with that, but I tried to easily answer it. What about leads? The leads that answer and you start conversations with back and forth, then you start ghosting. I mean, you can't avoid those, man. I mean, I still stay on them now. I still call and text until they tell me not to. I just go back to treating them just like they were before they spoke to me the first time. That's it. All right, Eric Looney. I know you had messaged me. The seller's ad is a slightly discount. Well, there's different versions of the ad. So the one I use, the one that I'm giving away for free, is somewhat of a discount ad. Let me see. And let me finish with your question though. Are you working additional seller ads that don't use it? Yes, I do. I have one that offers a slight discount to get them in the door, but the trade-off there is if they list with me, I give them a 1 or 2% discount on a listing, but they have to buy with me as well. So I'm not just giving it up for a listing. There's a trade-off there. The other one is I offer them a seller's packet, which I have put together. I provide that PDF for my trainees. I don't give that to everyone. You can take it, edit it, throw your logo on it, change my name to your name, and you've got a ready to go seller's packet with tons and tons of information in it. All right, there's no more questions from there. I'll answer any more that come in. But for now, just to kind of give you guys an idea, let me go look at CJ. Sometimes they don't pull up. Let me go find CJ on here real quick. See, CJ's bought a number of things from me, so that's why he's on here so much. Let's see. Trying to find his ad account number real quick. He's on here more than that. So next, there he is. 17430. All right. So CJ is the other one. He's running the seller's ads. He's up to 25 leads right now. He's in contact with 6 of them. Let's see what he's spent so far. He's in Atlanta, in the city of Atlanta, which is a difficult market. And when I say city of Atlanta, I mean like the downtown area. I think that's all he works, but I think he does work some outlying areas. $30 a lead, 25 leads, 6 opportunities to list homes. I'd say that's pretty damn good. I mean, he spent 761. If he gets one deal in Atlanta, he's going to make 20 or 30K. You do the math on that. So far, I've done quite well with it as well. Let me see, Q&A. Can you pull up? Okay, that's all right. I'm gonna close that box. Another question: when you advertise a list of houses, what value do you offer when the buyers go to the houses on their own? Well, that's the whole point. The whole point is to get them in the door. They're looking for a list of open houses, but let them know, hey, you can go to these open houses. Some of them are not going to be available. or some of them, you're going to see houses in the same area that are not going to be open houses. If I go with you, you'll be able to see those houses with me with you. I'll represent you. And then if there are any other properties in the area that you want to see, I can show you those at the same time, if they're able to be seen. That's the leverage I use to get them to work with me and let me go with them to the open houses. Deborah, again, I hope that answers your question. Now, the last person I'm going to show you, I'm really specifically showing you people that are working on the seller's leads, because you guys obviously know it doesn't take a genius to go into the group and see that there are tons of people that are having success with the buyer's ads, right? It's been that way for years. Let me try to find this person's review on the seller's lead so I can pull up the right person for you. Let's see. It's in here somewhere. Hopefully I can find it. If not, I'll just, there. Yeah, it is there, Michael Brook. I don't know why I can't find his, I don't know why I can't find this stuff. Jennifer, he might be on your account. I'm going to go look at your account real quick. Nope, he's not. Huh. Well, anyway, you can see, we'll just let you look at his review he posted. He ran it on Friday and Saturday, so I ran it for 2 days, got 4 leads to list their home. Like pretty damn good, right? 4 leads to list their home in 2 days. That's pretty awesome. So, again, but this guy I know has a very solid follow-up system. So he's working the hell out of his leads. Tara, I can talk to you about that offline. I don't give my targeting information on public webinars because I don't give my stuff out for free to people who are not my trainees. You are one of my trainees, so I'll just talk to you about it in Messenger. So just send me a message and I'll answer that question for you. There's a lot of new things I do for targeting now as well. So Facebook changed a lot of stuff, right? I've been out of the game for almost 19 months, I think, roughly. Been back to work for about 3. So much changed. I had to relearn a lot of stuff. It didn't change the way my ads work. It just changed the dynamics of how I do things is all. Now, the other piece of this is you want to have a really solid CRM to do follow-up, right? Now, I used to recommend Lion Desk and Follow Up Boss all the time, and I still do as options because I know that the CRM that we built may not be for everybody. So I'm not just telling everybody, you have to sign up for my CRM and you can't train. I don't operate like that. But what I do is give you some options. My CRM doesn't require Zapier. Some of the others do. Most of the others do. Our CRM is very well priced. It's only $29 a month. It has a direct connection to Facebook. I'm going to let Jennifer go into detail on this stuff for you guys real quick. And then I'll answer questions as we go. I'm going to go log in. Let me see if I'm logged into one of my clients' accounts first already. If not, I have a dummy account. There's not a whole lot of leads in it because I don't use it for that. I don't even remember my password because there we go. All right, so I wish I could show you someone else's CRM, but I don't want to display their sensitive data on here. So I'm going to let Jennifer take over, but I'm going to answer this one question before she does. Or actually, you know what? I'll let her take over, and then I will let her share her screen, and then she can answer that question for you, Jonathan.
It's saying that you've disabled screen sharing.
Oh, you know what? We'll just keep using my screen. All right, so you just need to remote control my screen. Sorry, I got confused there because I'm running on like 3 hours of sleep. I've been burning the midnight oil again, which my wife is not happy about. So I'll probably be asleep by like 8 tonight, or I'll get a spanking, which I'm not, it's not really a punishment for me, but whatever. Anyway, all right. So Jennifer, his question was, and I'll read the chat box while you do this. His question was, on social CRM, is there a way to bulk email?
So there is a way to bulk email. You just want to be careful about how many you're doing, because this system is not set up to necessarily do, thousands of emails. And I think there might be a limit on how many you can do in a day. I'm not sure exactly what that number is, but it's pretty easy to do. You have your contacts here and you can select contacts, you can filter. So if you have, people set up with different tags or different campaigns, you can filter those. But basically at that point, once you've got your filtered content ready.
Jennifer, you cut out.
Sorry, it's doing weird things.
No, you cut out for a second. You're like
Can
your
you
last
hear me?
5 seconds. Yeah, your last 5 seconds you cut
Okay.
out. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. So in your contacts, once you have filtered out who you want to send an email to, you basically select them all. And all of your actions are right here. There's several things that you can do. You can add people to a campaign, add them to a list, add them to a pipeline, tags. Oh, and I thought you could email from here, but you cannot. So basically the way that you would bulk email is you would have a campaign set up that is going to email, and you would add all of these people to that campaign and it would email all of those individuals.
Okay.
Anybody
else have any questions on this? Otherwise, I'm going to have her just give you guys a brief overview of the CRM. But I'd like to take specific questions first. While we're waiting on questions though, Jennifer, why don't you show them where they can access the training videos? Jennifer's had a series of training videos and how-to videos being created over the last few weeks. And just like today, Tom McNamara asked us, what was the question? How do you, when you set up sub accounts under a master account, so this would be a master account, you can set up sub accounts for your agents, and how do you round robin those? We're creating a video for that so that we can put under the training library. Is that where they go? Under the training library, or do they go on the main website? Jennifer?
So I'm still working on where I'm going to put them. I think I'm going to set up a knowledge base in our support system, and you'll have access to all of them. We've got many, many videos that have just been created last, and we'll explain a lot of how to use the system. There's a lot that are here in the training library section, but we have probably 15 or 20 more that are ready. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't sure you were talking to me or talking to everybody. Next question, is bulk text the same process through a campaign?
Yes, it's the same process.
Okay.
So you would basically just come in here and set up a campaign. Set up a new one. And if it's just like one text that you want to send or one email that you want to send, you could do, this one right here, but I always do the full featured. So you have all of the options available. Sorry, it's moving real slow with me running your computer.
It's what?
It's moving really slow, me trying to manage your.
That's that Taylor, Texas internet service.
Probably so.
I keep trying to get her to move closer to us guys, but no, she wants to stay out there in Cowtown. That sticks too. I just got lucky, and
I like cows.
No, I got lucky. Can you guys believe I almost passed up on this property? I don't know. Some of you guys have probably seen my property I bought because you've been following me for a while, but I almost passed up on this and almost got killed by my wife for passing up on it just because there was no internet out here. The only thing that was available was direct TV, which is not great, and some other like crap that was like -5 megabits per second. And right when I was about to pass up on it, my neighbor, who was a tech guy, said, "Hey, we're leasing property next door, and we're going to put up our own tower that connects to the cell tower, and we're going to have faster internet than we're going to have a gigabit connection." So I got lucky out here. So I just need Jen to move like 8 miles east, and we'll get her on that tower and show you.
That happens. I can't afford any houses. They're too expensive.
Yeah, they are. The market here, guys, to give you guys an idea, I think 2 years ago, our median was like 276 or 280, and now it's like 560 in Austin, and then like 4 to 450, depending on which one of the outer lying areas you're in. It's insane.
I have a house on my street right now in Podunk, Texas, that is for sale for $675,000.
That's insane. Yeah, when I bought my property, guys, I bought 6 acres with a barn dominium and a pool on site. The previous homeowner got mad at his wife and burned his house down. Long story, but I bought the property with a pool and a barn dominium on site. I built the house. I was probably in it for about 680 total, and I'm not going to say the total number that my house is worth now, but I'll give you guys an idea. I was paying about $5,500 in taxes on it as is. Now I pay $26,000 in taxes on it per year. Yeah, yay me. So that's how much the market's gone up in 3 years in this area. Let's see. Good.
So you'll just create I'm just doing this as a test, but basically you're going to set up your SMS. You can do it immediately, later the same day. You can set it on a time, custom date, however you want to do it. You can put your number in here and send a test SMS so that you see it. Once you have set this up, and then you go to your contacts.
Is it just going slow?
Yeah, and then go to your actions and add to a campaign, and then you'll add them to that SMS campaign.
And guys, you can rewatch this for these specific actions, but these are also actions that we'll have on training video. For those of you that for any of you, if you become a client or you already are one of the CRM, I mean, if there's something, for example, like Tom McNamara today, like I just said, he asked about round robining. We do have that ability, but we didn't have a video created for it. So we're creating a video for it. Well, when I say we, I mean Jennifer is creating a video for it, and it'll go up either in the training library or on some kind of knowledge-based website that we will have that'll accompany it. She's trying to figure out where to put it. But if you have something that you can't find on the training videos, you have something specific, you can ask us if we do it by emailing support@socialagentnetwork.com. And the support information is also inside of the CRM, and we will create a video for it and add it to the portal.
And we've got a couple more questions. Lewis, I'm going to answer yours real quick, and then I'm going to get back to Micah. But you had asked how to edit some of the text communication that's set up. Just go into marketing, into your campaign, go into your campaign, and then scroll down to the actual details, and you can select any of those items and then select edit, and you can make any changes that you need to make. And then Micah, I actually just learned about the whole pipeline thing, and I don't think William has anything set up. I have some set up on my CRM, but
You want to log into yours real quick?
Yeah, can you make it so I can share my screen?
Yeah, I'm gonna stop sharing real quick, guys. I'm gonna let her share her screen real quick. Let me see. It should allow me to let you share your screen more. Okay, I made you the host. All right, there you go. Can you guys see her screen? Just want to confirm before she starts working.
You should be able to see now.
Jennifer, we can't hear you.
So
Jennifer,
and so my internet.
Yeah, you're cutting out. You're cutting out pretty bad.
Can you hear me?
Now you're back. Yeah.
William, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're cutting out a little bit, but you're back for the most part.
That's because it's okay. It's raining cats and dogs here.
Yeah, we've got a big storm heading this way, guys. So it's just
settings, and then in your Mike would ask how to.
Jen, we still can't hear you. You might want to mute.
I just learned this the other day.
We lost her, guys. Sorry. I'm going to reshare my screen with you guys, and when she comes back, I'll have her dial in, or I'll just have her show you on my computer, and hopefully yours will work. But in the meantime, let me shoot any other questions you guys have, be it about the ads, be it about the follow-up, be it about the CRM, and I'll try to answer the CRM questions. Let's see, Brenda. Yeah, if you want to switch and you have specific questions, Brenda, just message me and we can talk, and I'll walk you through what you need to know. Let's wait for Jennifer to get back on. I think she might already be back on. Yeah, she's back. She's on mute. Jennifer, if you in the bottom left-hand corner of the Zoom, where
Okay, sorry.
the mute button is, if you click that little arrow, you can hit switch to phone audio and you can call in. That way we won't lose you on the computer audio. Guys, let's wait for her to call in. I know it's a little inconvenience, but we have a really, really bad storm coming in right now, and it's, I wouldn't be surprised if my internet starts acting funky here in a minute, but we're almost done with this meeting. So, but come on, I know you guys got some questions. There's some more out there, so ask away. I'm an open book. Unless you want money, then I'm closed. Brenda, the cost of the CRM is $29 a month. And the reason we do that is because, a lot of other CRMs will charge you 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, whatever, and they'll bundle in text and emails and video text, which we do, by the way. They'll bundle in a lot, not a lot, but a full lot of those. And they will run out quickly throughout the month, and then you have to buy more. So they end up getting $100, $200 a month out of you. I didn't build the CRM to make a bunch of money off of you guys. I built the CRM to complement my training. And when I say I built the CRM, my team built the CRM because they did it mostly while I was sick. But we priced it well for you guys, so it's affordable. You do pay separately for text and emails, but to give you an example, like, we don't make a bunch of money off of you on selling you text and email. So if you load $25 worth of credit on there, each text and email is relatively cheap. I think it's like a fraction of a penny, right, Jennifer? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
And $25 for an agent just starting up, unless you already have thousands of leads and you want to put them all on drip campaigns, then you're probably going to spend 50 or 60 bucks a month on texting. But if you're just starting out and you got 10, 20, 30, 40, 100, 200 leads, 25 bucks will last you anywhere from 3 to 6 months. So you're spending anywhere from 100 to 300 bucks a year on texting, and then 29 bucks a month for the year. So you save an exponential amount of money by using our CRM. Again, I'm biased. There are other CRMs out there that work well. Our CRM we built to be very user friendly with a great GUI, graphic user interface. We tried to make it as user friendly as possible. And over the years, I've heard, man, I hate this about CRMs. This CRM doesn't need this crap, or we need this in there. And we took all those things over the years and we tried to remove the stuff that you hate and put the stuff that you like in there. We can't please everybody. So there are, those things that the bulk of you wanted out, made a few people unhappy, and but more often than not, we try to make the most of you as happy as we can with the stuff. And that's what we did with the CRM. So Jennifer, go ahead and take back over. I will, you want to just do it on my screen? That way you have a little bit faster internet.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to make you a host again, and then I'm going to go ahead and log out of here, or you go ahead and log out. You have control now.
I'm just going to use yours.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Good. And while she's doing that, Mike Todd, I don't know if you saw the response, but yes, that there is an app working. Most people go into the Apple Store or the Google Play Store and they type in social space CRM. You need to type in social CRM all together, no spaces, and you'll find the app.
So Micah, you had asked about moving somebody from a pipeline, and it really, so when you're in your deals section, I'm trying to think if it's in deals. I just stumbled across this. You actually drop and drag the people from one pipeline to another, or you can delete them from a pipeline. See. So yeah, if there was somebody in here in this pipeline right here, you actually click on them, and when you click on them, you get a menu at the bottom of the screen that says delete or move to another pipeline, and it moves them or deletes them from a pipeline. It does not delete the contact. It just moves them around in here. Does that make sense? I don't have a contact in here to actually show you what happens, but let me put somebody in real quick. Okay, so now I've got somebody in here, and if I click on this arrow, you can pull up all of their information and see what they, you can contact them from here if you wanted to. But if you grab them, and it's not doing it, right here. So you start to move them, and you can move them to delete, won, lost, or change their pipeline. So if I wanted to change their pipeline right here, I could do so. I don't know what just happened because I don't.
While you're doing that, I'm going to answer one question. Would I be able to use your KV Core with your system? Yes, you can use KV Core with my system. You just have to use Zapier, which is fine, not a big deal. But I know some of you already have CRMs through your brokerages, and that's okay. One thing I will caution you guys on though is just remember, because this happened to me before I had the social agent. When I was developing this program, I was generating thousands of leads. When I left the brokerage I was at, I'm not going to name them here, but they all do the same shit. When I left, they dispersed all of my leads and round robin them out to all the agents in my area, because they were not protected by me having them in my own CRM, which is a mistake I'll never make again. Now I own my own brokerage now, so it doesn't matter, but just keep that in mind. If you use a company CRM, 99.999% of the time, your contract you're going to sign is going to have something in there that says they have a right to keep all of your data and use it however they please. So I highly recommend you guys use your own CRM. Now, if you have KV Core and you bought it on your own, perfect. We can use that, no big deal. If not, I would look into something else.
Louis, you asked how to put someone in a pipeline. So if you have your contact pulled up, you just click on them and you come over here to deals, and you can add them to a pipeline from here. You can create multiple pipelines. You can create multiple stages. You can customize it however you want to. And basically your dashboard, your homepage is going to give you access to everything that you have happening. So it's going to, your pipeline's going to show up, your deals, your deal values, your conversion rate, everything's going to be in here. It'll calculate all that in the background, your stages distribution. And if you have teams, you can get your team reports or individual reports here. You've got your inbox, your notifications, everything on this homepage, everything that tells you what you need to do for your day, and also notifications up here on the top. You can also see how many credits you have in your account. Pretty simple to use. You can customize the colors. You can add your logo. Your inbox is over here. All of your incoming, outgoing information will be in there. Your deals, your calendar. Calendly is in the process of being integrated with this system as well. You have triggers, which really anything that the system doesn't do that you want it to do, you can make happen with triggers. They're pretty cool. It's pretty much an if-then statement. So You can like generate emails to happen automatically based on certain scenarios in the system. And then you have your reports also, which are great, especially if you have teams. And then all of your settings, you can change any of your profile information. This is where you add your team members, set your notifications, your activity log that tells you everything that's going on in your system, billing information. There's an instant top up. So if you're in the middle of a campaign and you run out of credits, the campaign will stop. If you instant top up, which will regenerate this immediately, then your campaign will start back up.
Sorry, Jennifer.
Here's where you change your, huh?
I grabbed the mouse and took control away from me for a second. I said, sorry.
You can change your display settings here. You can create custom fields. Everybody needs custom fields. Your email settings, your virtual numbers. You can have multiple virtual numbers if you want to. You can also check your call outcomes. Here's where the round robin happens, your lead flows, lead groups, and you can put in original lead sources if you want. There's a lot in there already, but you can add more if you want them. Your tags and your lists, pipelines and integrations. There's just, it's so customizable to you. Import and export. That's the gist of it. Do you have any questions?
Let's open it up for questions for a couple of minutes real quick. And then guys, I'm gonna let the last person speak. They dropped off a second ago. Let me see if they're back yet. Okay. No, she dropped off. So I'll tell you what I'll do for the follow-up piece and the VA and ISA questions. You guys can message me direct and I'll post that out there later on. They were supposed to be on this call, but I think they ran into internet connectivity issues as well. So, oh, there she is. She's back. So I'm going to have Janine talk to you guys in a minute about the ISA services specifically. And then they also do VA. They've been doing some VA work for us, helping us create videos. And again, I very rarely pitch out vendor partners because I don't like to be let down. If they give you guys bad service, it reflects badly on me, I feel. So we'll let her talk in a second. For now, I'm going to wait for a couple of questions about the CRM, and I'm going to read something that came from Dean Davis. For those of you that are not looking at the chat box, it says, this is from Dean Davis. It says 2 others. I use a CRM and it's just as good as any that I have used before. I have access to KV Core, but just like he said, it's better to have to use to own it. So basically he's saying, you know, keeping your data safe. I don't see any other questions popping up. So Janine, I hope I'm saying your name right. Let me make you a panelist so that you can speak. There you are. Will it not let me make you a panelist? It won't let me make you a panelist. See what's going on here. Oh, you know why? Because Jennifer, you have host control, I think. Let me see more. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna reclaim the host. Janine, I'm gonna make you a panelist now. Janine, take yourself off of mute. Guys, she's logged into this Zoom under her boss's name. She dropped off again. All right, I think she keeps losing internet connection, so I'm not going to try this again. Let's just have you guys message me if you want information on the ISA services and the VA services. I'll post their information in a couple of my trainee testimonials that they made for them in the group, so you guys can contact them directly if you want their service. I don't get paid if you use their service. That's not how I operate. I don't do partnership agreements like that. Anytime I recommend somebody to you, it's because I genuinely like them and I use them. And all we do is we send people to them, they send people to us. There's no monetary value for me to have you sign up. So do your own due diligence, sign up with them if you want. If not, if you like somebody better, sign up with those people. That's all I can tell you. I'm going to leave this open for 2 more minutes exactly. for questions. Otherwise, at 1:57, I am going to end the meeting. Anyone else have any other questions, or you just want to sit here and look at my pretty face? Need any skincare tips or anything like that from me? I am happy to help. Let's see. Best contact info sign up. I was really hoping this was going to be like a beauty question, but it's fine. Bill, I don't know what you mean. Oh, you mean, sorry, best confo. God, I'm so slow today. Best contact info to sign up. I will send you their information. Janine's back on, but I'm not gonna have her start talking because she keeps dropping off, and I don't want to have that on the webinar. So I will send you that. But Bill, send me a message, and I'll send it directly to you. But I'll also post it in the group.
I will. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you good. I'm
All right.
sorry.
Yeah, your internet keeps cutting in and out. So I told them already. What we're going to do is we'll have you guys do a video, and I'll post your video about what you do and a couple of the client reviews to the group, and I'll just have them contact you guys directly to sign up.
All right. Well, thank you.
You're very welcome. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and end the call now. There's no other questions coming in. There's no point in sitting on here anymore. You guys have a great day. I hope you liked the webinar. If you have any questions, message me. If you're waiting on training, I'm working through orders as fast as possible. I had a hellish week last week with my kids, but I'm getting to things as fast as possible. All right, you guys have a great day. Talk to you soon.